Hello everyone, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and today we're going to plant some bare roots trees, stone fruit to be exact. So, I have a rule, right? When you buy one type of fruit tree, you should buy two or three. So, remember that alderman plum that we had? I only had one, right? Well, I went back and got two more. So, we have two to plant. Planting stone fruit, that's the name of the game today. Let's get to it. So, I have two bare roots plum trees here. Two bare roots alderman plums that I bought online right there. And they came in earlier today. I decided to soak them in some water. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put some gloves on because I have a sore on my hand and I'm not sure about this soil. And we're going to go ahead and plant them in containers. I don't ever remember putting a bare roots tree directly in the ground. It's just not my thing. I think it's better to isolate them and give them room for their roots to grow uninhibited by a bunch of insects and God knows what. So I have potting soil here, Texas native soil, and we're going to put them into two containers. Here we are. So let's go ahead and get this done, huh? So here are the two bare roots trees I've been soaking in water for about 4 hours. And here are the two pots that I'm going to put it in. Other trees were in here. I never throw out my pots unless they're damaged. So let's go ahead and get this done, all right? No better time than the present. Let me put my shoes on, huh? All right. Here are my gloves, everybody. Here are my gloves that I never wear, but one of my cuticles got snagged, so I don't want to get it infected. I have to put on gloves. And I sprayed myself, but mosquitoes aren't coming on me. It's just something else. It's not one thing, it's another, huh? Let's get these gloves on. We don't know what's in that soil. It's called dillo dirt. Texas native salt dirt. And it says City of Austin Water Wastewater Department. So you know what that means, right? All kind of recycled materials in there. Let's take this rug and let's move it aside. I just swept this rug and it's filthy. So let's get this up. Let's get this up and out of the way. All right. Now that I've cleared the space, here we are with our bare roots. First things first, I'm not going to augment the soil because this is basically compost I'm using. Make sure I got these gloves high enough where I don't get any of this stuff on me. All right, one of them is open. Here it is. So, first of all, I'm going to dry fit one of these. Let's do this one first, right? I take it and I put it in there and I make sure that it's going to fit in the pot. So now that I have it stood up, I could be more aggressive with putting soil in there. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to let it free flow. Put it in there. Okay. There we go. Pat that down. All right. A little bit more. Okay, that's one down, one to go. Move it to the side, girl. On to the next. Here's another recycled container. Do the same thing. Take the tag off. You stick it on. You could like throw it in the bottom of the container, but don't leave it around the stem. Just telling you for your own good. I've had experiences with these before. Not good ones either. So I'm just dry fitting it to make sure it fits. Put it back in the water. Put a little bit of soil in here. Okay. And take this, put it in, and single-handedly start dumping soil in here. Okay. What y'all doing over there? They over there fighting. It's never a dull moment with these chickens. I'm gonna pat this down. Right? And let's get some water in here. Because I soaked this in water, guess what I have? A bucket full of water. And I'm just gonna pour water in here until I see water coming out the bottom. There we go. Okay, so you see that the soil is not where I had it before. There's a dip in there, right? We need to make sure that we put enough soil in here so that this tree has enough soil structure for it not to fall over or come up out of this pot. Not that it would, but I'm not going to give it the opportunity to, I'm going to get rid of any question in my mind whether this thing is planted or not. And they both did it. See that one? This one has a dip in it too. We're just going to use the rest of this soil and pour it on here. As long as we don't exceed the graft line, we're good to go. And of course, you want to leave enough room on the top of the pot for you to be able to water it without it running off. We've got a little bit of soil left. Might as well use it, right? And of course, it go everywhere except in the pot. Everywhere except in the pot. That's my luck. So we got both of them planted. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in here to make sure. Sometimes you water things and it doesn't seep into all of the cracks and crevices. It doesn't get saturated. That's all I'm making sure it does. And for this plant, I think that's all I'm gonna do tonight because that's all I felt like the plant needed. Gardening is all about feelings. What feelings you have. I felt like these didn't need, the 10-10-10, the blood meal, the bone meal. I felt like it didn't need anything, so I didn't do it. And I got dirt all over my face. Oh, Lord. I just made more. I just did more. Forget about it. So here we are. We have 2 of our bare roots trees that just came in today, planted. It's the alderman plum again, 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them both over there. My water is running off. Let me move my carpet. I didn't need to put this carpet out here anyway. It doesn't belong outside. This thing come from Afghanistan and I put it outside like a common rug. It's a prayer rug. So I'm going to put this where the other one is. And then I got to clean up my rug and get it up out of here. Anyway, let's do it. What a mess. Yay, Team Jamaica. Another one bites the dust. So we have another tree that needs to go on the ground. And since I've got it in me, let's go ahead and do that. So let me go and get this tree. I sprayed myself with some bug spray and my lips are going numb. Scary. I hope I'm not having an allergic reaction. So here it is. Here's our plum tree. Here's our plum tree that I did the same thing with. This is the Satsuma Satsuma plum. And we're gonna take this out there and we're gonna plant it. The ground is pretty hard, but it's clay soil, so it might be hard on the initial top, but the bottom might be still wet because clay soil doesn't dry out that quick. It dries on the top. Let me fix this. It dries on the top layer of soil, and then underneath will be wet. So where am I gonna put you? I have it right there, but that don't necessarily mean that's where it's gonna be. I think that's where it's gonna be though. Yeah. It seems like there's an empty space between that peach tree and this. I know that this peach tree is gonna get huge. I'm gonna make sure I prune that one though. I'm not gonna let it get out of hand like that other one. But I don't know. Not sure. I don't want it anywhere near that because that's a pecan tree. So, and that's a pecan tree right there. I think that's his best bet right there where I have it. Let's get to digging. I hope I don't regret this, huh? Got it done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dry fit, and then I need to go and get a bucket of some horticulture molasses and put it in there. Then we're going to dunk the thing in there, we're going to see if it fits. We're going to get our horticulture molasses and water, fill it, and then backfill it with soil. It's just as simple as that, right? Sounds simple. Let's go get that horticulture molasses. It's more work than it looks like. The thing is, planting the tree, from in my opinion, is not the hard part. The hard part is getting the water out there. I have purchased a rain barrel with a hose attachment so that I can go ahead and water it, because my hose won't go out that far. And I am not mechanically inclined enough to have a hose that doesn't have a bunch of leaks in it. My hose just spouts out water everywhere. So let's go ahead and get some water and put a little bit of horticulture molasses in it, and then go back out there. Follow me. Chicken water. Let me put this down. I got the horticulture molasses in my hand like it's my prized possession. Hope none of these move, y'all. Don't you talk back to me, boy. Okay, here we are. Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down. It's just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down in the most delightful way. This is gonna wake up the microbes, I guess they could call it, the little animals that move around. It's gonna give them some energy, which is gonna help feed our plant. All of this is sugar. So let's go ahead and get out there. Let me close this fence. So these roosters are getting ready to fight. I thought the little white one was docile. He obviously found his courage. He just jumped on Joker. I actually want the white one, but if he becomes aggressive, he got to go, 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 go. So, got the bucket in one hand, the camera in another. Yeah. Let's go on out there. Quickly. And we're here. There's a hole. Let's do our dry fit, and then we'll pour the water in if it's big enough, and then we'll get the tree in. Wonderful. There is a centipede in here that I'm scared of. Let me knock it off. Everything's fine. Not root bound or anything. Let's dry fit it. So unfortunately, guys, the camera didn't pick up me completely planting this thing. What happened was, after I stood it up, I backfilled it with soil, and then I poured the horticulture molasses on. That's about it. So I'm going to take the additional soil. Let's Hopefully go. I got that on camera. I don't know. It might have stopped. This thing is acting funny. I have a couple of ruts. I'm going to take the extra soil. Well, I look bad, huh? Wait a minute. Better. I'm going to take the extra soil and I'm going to fill in some of these ruts, or one of these ruts, as soon as I catch my breath. All right. I'm there. Oh, Lord. So let me get my little shovel. Doesn't it look like it's always been there? There it is. It looked like it belonged there. When I planted this one over here, the burgundy plum. Wait, which one is this? This is Satsuma plum. Let me take this off. When I planted the burgundy plum, which is right here and right over there, I was like, there's a space here and it looks like something should be there. Now I have something there. Now I have something there. Let me take this off. It doesn't matter to me what type of plum tree it is. It really doesn't. Now, some people care, but I just... Oh, you know what I care about? Does it fruit and does it taste good? That's all I care about. I don't care what kind of plum it is, really. I just bought a whole different ones because I didn't know what they tasted like. So I was like, well, let me get one of this one and one of this one and one of this one. One of them got to taste good. One of them got to be something I want. Oh Lord. The more I look at that, the more I think, what is it? That vine. I don't know what that is. I think it's a squash, but I can't tell you that it's a squash. We'll see. I'm always afraid that it's gonna be loofah. Loofah. Woo. Loofah. Loofah does a thing. I had to get these out of here. These are cantaloupe that I planted. And I got, yeah, they're all cantaloupe. I like cantaloupe. I used to like cantaloupe more than I liked watermelon, and now it's switching. I'm starting to like melon, and then I went from cantaloupe, and then I started liking honeydew melons the most, and now I like watermelons most of all. Your taste changes the more the years go by. You do not stay this. At least I don't. I don't stay the same. I might like one thing 1 year, and then you come back 3-4 years and say, "Hey, I didn't remember you used to like this stuff, and I bought you some." And I'm like, I don't like it anymore. Oh, it ain't what I used to like it. You know, I'll eat it, but I won't say anything to you because I'm grateful for any gift that I get. But I'll think it. I'll be like, that's what I used to like. I'm not that same person. I change all the time. We should all change. We should all be learning every chance we get. So the point of what I was saying is, people are not going to be where you left them. Some people are going to get better. Some people are going to get worse. Some people are going to stay the same. Everybody's not going to, every day you grow, whether you want to or not. Experience or life is going to teach you some lessons. It's just life. In order to live, you've got to grow. And everybody's mind works differently. That's what makes life so interesting. You just have to, find out where you fit in, get in where you fit in, or go get in where you are celebrated, not tolerated. I heard that somewhere on the internet. So that plant is in. I got my 2 bare roots trees in. This is just succession planting of bare roots. The one that I just put in the ground was a bare roots. I planted around 5-6 months ago, maybe longer. And we just put 2 more in because I found those on sale and I only had 1 and I broke my rule. I always buy 2 or 3 of the same type tree just in case 1 or 2 don't make it. Usually 1 out of 15 won't make it. So I'm going to make sure I keep those things watered, and I'm going to make sure I keep the ones that I put in the ground watered. The ones in the ground are, putting once they are established in their pot, putting them in the ground with established roots in soil, to me, is better than taking just the stick and putting it in the soil. You have more control over the container planting bare roots trees than you would if you took the bare roots trees and put it directly in the soil. Just my opinion. I have taken bare roots trees and put them directly in the soil, and then they never did anything. So I learned from my mistakes. I always put them in a pot. There's other people who have luck with them, so it's just pick what you want to do. The safer way to do it is to put it in a container plant and to make sure you water it and give it the fertilizer it needs to stimulate it to grow. I did put some horticulture molasses out there so that the microbes, I remember what they are, the microbes in the soil can start, eating the sugar and stimulating the roots to just spread out. Plus the plant's probably going to intake some of that sugar. It's just going to give it a burst of energy. Mostly I'm feeding the microbes in the soil, in the land, the soil that's in the land, and making them work and do what they do, and the byproduct is fertilizer for the tree, and the tree just thrives. So I just love planting stuff. I'm glad that I bought a property that I looked at a lot of houses in San Antonio, North Austin, Round Rock area. And then I came out here, and once when you found the property that you want, I came back here, there was nothing here. It was a bare, nothing was here, just the house, just the house. No, just the house and the exterior fence. Nothing was here. But I had a picture from Home Interior, and I showed it to a couple people. I said, I'm gonna make my backyard look something like that. And guess what? How many years has it been? 2005? Long time, huh? It's almost there. Almost. I don't want it to become a jungle, so I'm trying to leave the center somewhat open, so that if I want to put a pool, I'm not talking about in-ground pool, because I don't want an in-ground pool. I don't want anything that I can't move. So I could, if I want to put a little splash pool or something else there, I can do that. But every year it gets a little bit better. So you have to work on things. It just doesn't happen just like that. You know, people want instant gratification. I want it too. But, you know, you have to be patient and work on things slowly. Nothing is overnight. Nothing is, for me, nothing came that easy. I had to work for it. With very little, well, I had some people help me along the way. I'm not gonna say that, but man, all these trees that are dug in, all these trees that are grown back here, moi, I did it. They were little when I put them in. I kept on working on it. I had a bunch of stuff fail. I had a lot of trees. I had some weeping willows, because initially I envisioned the whole back of this yard being weeping willows. However, weeping willows, they grow in the swamp water. They grow near swamps. This is dry, arid land. How am I gonna plant weeping willows out here? But I tried, and they all passed away. They all went away. So I kept on trying, kept on putting stuff out there until I found something that worked, something that I liked, that I knew I could live with, that worked. That's when I started putting the Arizona cypress and the initially I just put the crepe myrtles out there, and then I was like, ooh, Arizona cypress, they get huge, and I like my privacy. I don't want nobody looking in here, so I was like, I'm gonna block out everybody. And all I want to see is plants. That's all I want to see, beautiful plants. So just do what you have to do to get it together. Slowly. Everything is not, you go broke trying to do it overnight. Progressively do things, and you don't have to buy everything, because plants reproduce. You'll have one plant and then you'll have 20 of the same one. So you don't have to buy everything. Everything is not, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to buy this. After a while, you get to the point in your life where you're like, I don't need any more stuff. And then you start trying to get rid of stuff. The older you get overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed with the amount of things that you have. And then you have to stop, or it'll cave in on you. You become a hoarder. I know I could say that because I got a million plants, huh? Anyway, y'all, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I am so glad you were here with me today for the planting of the bare roots trees and the upplanting of a bare roots tree that was established in the soil. I thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.